I ordered French fries with my burger, but instead, they got me curly fries! Woo! So, UFC 294, Charles Oliveira is out due to a cut above his eye and is replaced by Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And Paulo Costa is out because of surgery on his elbow, so he wasn't medically cleared. And the welterweight champion, the former welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman, is coming in short notice. Both former champions were considered the GOAT in their divisions, are coming in at short notice for like killer opponents. Like, I mean, dude, champ shit only. This is why they're the champion, and I love that. But let's go see Charles Oliveira make a cut. From what I know, this is dia punya last sparring, his final spar for the camp, and he got cut. Wait, oh my god, I heard it's like above your eye, macam teruk gila. So come on, let's check it out together. Charles Oliveira reveals gruesome cut above his right eye that has ruled him out of UFC 294, with Alexander Volkanovski stepping in for a rematch against Islam Makhachev on just 11 days notice. That's just crazy. Yeah. So, come on, let's just see the cut together, guys. Oh, oh my god. Oh man. Why are they hard sparring like before a title fight, man? Crazy. Why even sparring? It's so... Dude, whoever cut him, whoever injured him like that, man, oh man, chill the fuck up, man. This is a championship fight in Abu Dhabi. Dude, the opportunity to fight in Abu Dhabi is like really hard lah if you are like the main event. And bro, freaking Brazilians, man, they when training is crazy. Alexander the Great Volkanovski is coming in on what, 10 days notice. So that's crazier, but I think that Alexander Volkanovski is a way harder fight than Charles Oliveira. Volk is essentially still undefeated in his weight division in featherweight, and his first defeat came in freaking welterweight, dude. His loss against Islam was so freaking close. It was so technical. It was memang of the two best fighters on the planet. But it's still gonna be hard, regardless if they're short notice or not. Alexander Volkanovski is still a dangerous opponent. So I think if anyone could become a double champ, is Alexander Volkanovski. This guy is a freaking beast. And I think the first fight was close. Volk showed great takedown defense, his grappling was on point, and Islam showed his striking was on point juga. But it was a close fight. Both guys did great, but Islam got the W. So, you know, it is where it is. But if Islam menang ni, does he become finally the pound for pound? Because I think the previous fight was a scam, because they promoted it as like whoever wins this becomes the number one pound for pound, and bila Islam menang, he wasn't number one pound for pound, and then after like a couple months, John Jones wins and he's the number one pound for pound. Dude, it's a freaking scam lah to me. But if Islam win this, there is no doubt that Islam is one of the best fighters on the planet. Regardless if it's short notice or not, Volk is still dangerous. He is still the number one pound for pound king, and Makhachev could finally get the respect that he deserves. Okay, next is Paulo Costa. He just got off a freaking elbow surgery, guys, and he's fighting Chimaev, which is a crazy fighter. The pressure me hardcore, so the odds were against him if he were to enter that fight with an injury yang baru habis surgery. But Kamaru Usman just came in. Whoever wins this becomes the next title challenger for the middleweight bout. And you know, dude, Kamaru Usman and Chimaev is a way crazier fight. They were supposed to fight in welterweight, tapi I think like Chimaev couldn't make the welterweight limit anymore, so macam 50-50 on that. But since Chimaev is fighting in middleweight and Usman is going up, I think, dude, this is gonna be a banger, because for both of them to fight in welterweight was like a kind of a long shot because of Chimaev cutting so much weight. But now Chimaev is not cutting weight, Usman pun not cutting weight. I think this is gonna be a great fight. And I think it's really 50-50 because the pressure of Chimaev just comes in like a wild man, and Usman is so technical with the jab and his wrestling. I think both complement each other. Tapi Chimaev, his stronger points is his wrestling, but Usman, you can see his jab was good. He has knockout power. So I think Kamaru Usman is the well-completed fighter. I think Chimaev just maxed out his wrestling stats. Who do I think is gonna win against Islam and Volk? I'm gonna go with... Oh my god, it's so hard, man. Volk, in his last fight against Jair, he looked like a beast. And regardless if it's featherweight, now he's not cutting as much weight, but he's fighting a very technical guy like Islam in wrestling. Dude, it's so hard, but I gotta go with Islam on this because Islam has the full training camp. Islam is prepared to go 5 rounds, but Volk's cardio is on another level. He never stops. And I think this is the first time I've seen like Volk coming in short notice. So yeah, you know, it's kind of 50-50. This is the rebound, which is of what Volk wanted all this time. But I think Volk never stopped training the whole time. But in like 10 days to prepare like a guy like Islam, I think it's doable because, you know, you can never count Volk out. But I'm still thinking, my mind is like 50-50 on Islam and Volk, but I'm gonna give it to Islam for having the full training camp and the elite wrestling. Okay, for Kamaru and Hamzat, I really want Hamzat to win because of his freaking crazy style. Usman is still dangerous. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be like a wrestling match or a striking match because bila Usman lawan Kobe Covington, it was a striking match even though both are really good wrestlers. So both are really good wrestlers sekarang. So 50-50, but I'm gonna go with Hamzat Chimaev. I think Hamzat is gonna push the pace in round 1, gonna go all out, and if he catches Usman with like a fast submission like he did Kevin Holland, oh, it's gonna be great. We wanted a meal and they gave us a feast. This is all what fight fans want. I think the rematch between Islam and Volk is what was in our head the whole time, but now we got it, but at the cost of Volkanovski is gonna be in short notice. But I hope that this is not an excuse because he still took the fight regardless. I don't think Volk is gonna make any excuses, but I think the fans are gonna make excuses. Let's just give Islam the respect he deserves. He is the champ. I think Oliveira would have to fight Gamrot lah to get that #1 shot back, because to pull out of a fight in Abu Dhabi where, you know, big money, and then he just pulls out 10 days before and making the UFC hard to find an opponent. I think they're gonna make Do Bronx fight at least one person to get the title shot again. So probably gonna be Gamrot. Gamrot was supposed to be the backup fighter, but they went with Volk. Yeah, they made a great decision with that. Come on. This is like well worth the money. Kamaru Usman fighting Hamzat Chimaev is a really great fight. I cannot wait to see that. So, okay, that's been your boy, Hey But Gaming. Probably gonna cover more news on this. Probably gonna cover on UFC 5. These came out with another video. Yeah. We gonna eat.